Just another quick rant before Grab Food Panda arrives. You've heard the saying PM is the key, right? Now, PM is not the key. PM or private messages in Facebook and DM for social media, Instagram, direct messaging on Instagram, that is considered dating. I'll say it again. I know it sounds controversial. PM, DM equals dating. Let me explain. We're not talking about like if you're selling something and someone sends you a private message because they want to buy what you're selling, or you're advertising something on Instagram and someone sends you a direct message saying, "Hey, can I do business partners with you and I want to get a percentage of whatever you're advertising." That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about PMs and DMs, and it doesn't even have to be FaceTime or video call or video whatever. Even text messaging is dating, okay? It's I'm talking about the hi, hello, how are you? Have you eaten yet? What are you doing now? Who are you listening to, etc., etc. And those these are dating activities. Now let's explain, and I'm talking about Christians here. Okay, so if you're a Christian and you've got a friend who's Christian of the opposite sex, and you're private messaging one another all the time, both of you are functionally dating. Now let's explain. Biblical dating is actually courtship. Don't think of the word dating, think of the word courtship. It's community, it's accountable, it's transparent. People know the intentions. So basically, what's supposed to happen is you build friendship organically and naturally. And as that develops in a group setting, you want to get to know one another more on a deeper level. Then the guy lays down his intentions for the girl, and then they start biblical courtship. So it's kind of like dating, but it's in a group setting still. And there's a whole lot more qualifiers to that. I'm not going to elaborate on that, but I'm going to elaborate on the worldly side of things. So worldly dating is when you make your own little world with another person. Okay, so the two of you hang out online, just the two of you, no one else, and you have your own world, you have your own language, you finish each other's sentences, you have jokes that only the two of you understand. And when you're hanging out in a group, you'll know this because you're hanging out in the group and something happens and you just look at one another because you kind of understand each other because you have an inside joke that the only two of you know about. Yeah, you're dating, you're a couple. Here's the thing. As Christians, a lot of Christians say, as long as we're not together officially, then we're technically not dating. Now, technically you might not be dating, but functionally you are. Okay, you are. To clarify this point or to explain it further, what happens when you're doing private messages, just the two of you? You're creating your own little world. You're becoming more and more emotionally attached, emotionally invested, and there's gonna be an exclusivity to one another. And what happens is you cause yourself to invest in the other person. You're causing the other person to emotionally invest in you. Commitments are made even if they're not spoken. To illustrate this, let me make it simple and clear. If your relationship with another person causes other people to say, "Uy, hala, you're getting close. Ah, you're close. Oh, you chat a lot pala. Oh, really?" If you cause other people to think that way about you and another person, you're dating. It's that simple. I don't care if there's a label or not, you are dating. To clarify this even more, I'm a married guy, okay? I'm a married guy. If I have long-standing private chats with another girl, you'll probably think I'm cheating on my wife. If I'm not cheating on my wife, then you will think that I am doing a very dangerous, concerning, deadly thing. You're gonna start being concerned. Hey, you chat with that other girl all the time. That's not appropriate. That's not, So, if it's not appropriate for a married man to chat a single woman that's not his wife in a private way, why is it suddenly appropriate for two singles? If you assume that for a married man it's not appropriate because there might be something happening there, then a private message, a private relationship between two singles, we have the right to assume something's happening there. Okay? So private messages, long time, not even long time, just short time. That's already functional dating. Now, not everyone who says they are Christian is Christian. So just because you say, "Oh, we're not dating," doesn't mean you're not. We're not dating, but we hang out all the time. We hang out every night. I look forward to his texts. He looks forward to mine. We video call from time to time, all the time. I don't do that with anyone else but him or but her. We have our own private jokes, but we're not a couple. But we make eye contact all the time on face chat, and it's so nice. And I look forward to his texts. He look forward to mine. My heart skips a beat whenever he or she smiles, but we're not dating. Of course you are. Come on. Let's just be real here, okay? Now, if you're single and you're ready for marriage, then maybe talk to your church, talk to your elders, talk to your pastors, get some accountability in there, and pursue the girl. Lay down your intentions towards the girl. If you're not ready for marriage, then just step back. Just step back. If you're a girl, step back. If you're a guy, step back. If you're it doesn't matter, guy or girl, if you're not ready for marriage, just step back. Tone it down. Don't do that as often. Just tell the person, I'm not comfortable with our level of closeness or our friendship, or our friendship feels like it's very private, and all of that stuff. So just step back. All right. Why? Because you're not ready for marriage. And if you're not ready for marriage, then there's no point in stoking the fires of romance. The Bible in Song of Songs actually says, "Do not arouse or awaken love until it so desires." And so that's talking about seasons and marriage. Now, what if you're probably thinking, what if I already have this kind of relationship with the opposite sex and I'm kind of interested in all of that stuff? That if you're not ready for marriage, just step away. Some of you are going to ask this question. Should I ask the person to define our friendship? Should I say, what's our friendship like? What's our relationship like? Are we dating? Are we not? Blah, 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 blah. What are your intentions? Now, if you do that, you're actually pushing the relationship deeper. I don't care what people say. You are pushing the relationship deeper. Why? Whenever you define a relationship, it's going to get deeper. It's like a guy who's holding your face and saying, "I'm not touching you. I'm really not touching you. I'm not caressing your cheek. I am not pinching your nose, huh? I'm really not. I'm not touching your glasses," but you actually are. So when a guy says, or guy or girl, doesn't matter, if anyone tells you, "I'm not trying to rush things," they already are. When a person is saying, "I'm not trying to move forward," they already are. Okay? Why? Because when they're saying that, they're implying that they want to move forward someday. So that's laying down of intentions. It's a very subtle, sly, tricky, deceitful, manipulative, I'll say it again, manipulative, unbiblical way to treat the person of the opposite sex if you're truly sincere. Because when I say I don't want to rush things, I am already laying down my intentions that I am having intentions. And you are already rushing things because you're pushing it forward. And that causes what you call cognitive dissonance on the other person. They'll think, he doesn't want to rush things, but we're already talking about our friendship and where it's headed. He says he doesn't want to rush things, but he's saying that he wants a few months for friendship and then he wants to go further. But he said he doesn't want to rush things. He doesn't want to push the friendship forward, but we're talking about marriage. We're talking about kids, but he says he doesn't want to rush things. You see how confusing that can be? That's defrauding the other person. That's manipulative, that's deceitful, that's tricking, that's just not godly, that's not biblical. So I don't care if the person says he or she is Christian, loves the Lord, loves Jesus, etc., etc., etc. That those actions, those behaviors are not biblical at all. Okay? So my rants are always 10 minutes or less. So I'll end it here. If you guys want a follow up to this, I'm gonna post some links down below. These are links to actual lectures that we had in church. You can listen to those two links. If you have more questions, more concerns, or any other topics that you want to learn about, please just comment, send me a private message, or a DM. Ha ha ha, funny, no? Now, if you're a lady, just if you wanna, just put a public comment. Then I'll make a rant about that. God bless.